What's going on? Today I'm going to be restoring my headlights using this kit from Rain-X. I lost the box, so I don't even know what the directions are yet. But I know that I have a compound, like a polishing compound or rubbing compound. It comes with 3 sanding pads, numbered 1 through 3. It comes with a lubricant, sealant, and a microfiber cloth. But I bought this like 5 years ago. I just never got around to using it. I just found it today, like under my sink when I was cleaning. So I'm gonna do it finally. After all these years, I'm going to finally restore these damn headlights on my Ford. You see, you can hear it. Like, it's jacked up. My car got cataracts. But yeah, as you can see, my headlights are not clear whatsoever. Got a light on it just to kind of show how yellow it is. This happens from years of driving. Like, I pretty much drive high miles all day. I drive about 50 miles a day to and from work on the highway. So your headlights after time get like sandblasted and it oxidizes. So hopefully what this kit does is take away most of that, because I can't see shit at night at all. Can't see shit. Gotta turn my brights on. People get mad. But I mean, there's like probably hundreds of kits out there. Like I said, I bought this like 5 years ago. I lost the box. I gotta look up the instructions online because it doesn't even have really the full instructions on these. Like I said, there's hundreds of kits online. Some come with like the piece that goes into your drill. The only reason I bought this, I think I got it from like Advance Auto. The only reason I got this is because my headlights at the time, 5 years ago, weren't this bad. And I got film, like tint, to put on my headlights, which of course I never did. And this was, I believe, relatively cheap, and I like Rain-X. I use Rain-X on my windshield. I use Rain-X here in New York. We have, for the winter time, when it's, 0 degrees outside, and you want your windshield wipers to work, they by far make the best windshield washer fluid. I've had, it's a trusted company, so let's see how it works. I mean, the only difference I think between this and other kits is you do it by hand. 2-step process, sanding discs. My brother's a detailer, or used to be, I should say. Went to school for auto body, and what they would do, like at a shop, was pretty much just buff your headlights. They'll buff them, and then polish it with, a high-speed buffer or whatever they got. The only, this is by hand. So, I'm gonna get a workout. I'm gonna need some protein after this, but I'm trying something a little different today. I'm gonna use this tripod. If you notice my other videos, it's all by hand. What's funny though, I use this tripod like one timer, and it's kind of like this thing won't lock in place. Well, it's staying now, but if my camera falls over, don't get mad. But I'm gonna get all this set up. I gotta go look up the instructions so I don't do it wrong and look stupid. Ironically, I went on YouTube and found the instructions, because all it said on the other instructions were wipe off with a damp cloth, and there you go. So anyway, so I knew it was some sort of sanding in place. So you step with pad 1 and you work your way to pad 3 with the lubricant. I thought for some reason they would use the compound first, but you use the lubricant, you spray it onto the headlight, you spray it onto the pad, and you start sanding down and see how it works. I got to clean the headlight. As you see, protect your paint a little bit just in case, because you are sanding, so you don't want to sand the edges off your bumper or anything, even though it won't matter because my car's a little piece of crap. So let's do this. So this is just some glass cleaner. Make sure you want to start with a clean surface. You don't want to, just like buffing your car, you want to wash it first, because you don't want anything to get into, your sanding pads or your buffing pad or whatever, and scratch your paint or anything like that. So let's just make sure everything's nice and clean and dry. All right, give that a second, but I don't think it's gonna matter for the first step. So we'll start with step 1, which is the most abrasive pad, and you work your way down to pad 1. So we'll just spray the pad, spray the headlight, spray that away. Circular motion, making sure to get you can actually feel it. What's cool about doing it by hand, just like sanding drywall or anything like that, you can feel it as you can feel the rough spots. You can feel it, it gets easier to scrub when it's getting down. You get these hard to reach corners. As you see, it's good with the tape here because I am hitting the paint. I mean, this isn't shit. This is probably still like 1000 grit, so it's not like super bad. I just want to make sure everything feels. I feel like right here is the worst spot. Just like cooking your glass top stove, I guess. Whoever has that, because I know they suck. I'm gonna switch the pad around because I feel like it's not working as good. I feel like this spot right here is not coming down. Alright. Let's wipe it down, see how we're doing. So it looks a little better. This area right here is still pretty bad. So I'm gonna go back over it with the pad, step 3, because I want it to be even with everything else. So this is definitely the worst spot. A little chicken grease goes a long way. That should be good. Here. Step 2. Same thing, use the lubricant. Just work your way down. It will blow my phone up. They want to know how the headlight's going. So I'm just gonna do this whole. Want to do this whole thing in one shot, but I'm going to have to press pause on this because my battery's about to die in the cam. But so this is after step 2. Let's see how this looks. So after step 2, I mean, it's clear. Got rid of the yellow so far. I still got a lot, like right here, you know. But this is 10 years worth of driving, so I don't think, I'm not expecting it to be perfect in the first shot. Might have to go back, maybe do step 3 again, because I know once I go over step 1, go back over step 1 again, because I'm already done with step 2. If I go over 1, step 3, it's not gonna get that out because it's a finer grit. So let's see. All right, so what the hell, guys? You didn't tell me I was doing it wrong. I was when I went to go charge this battery real quick, I noticed that looked over and the sealant cap was off and the lubricant cap was on. So this whole time that I've been sanding, I was using the wrong shit. I was using the sealant. That's the last step. I'm supposed to use the lubricant, not the sealant. But you can see how easy it is to mistake that. I just reached over and grabbed the sealant instead of the lubricant. So what I did while the battery was charging, I went back over, I did step 1 and 2 again with the right lubricant, and No wonder why I wasn't seeing any results. Now it's totally smooth and even. Before it wasn't getting the rough spot right here. Like this is where it probably hits the most, gets the worst action. Like I said, this car's 10 years old. It's a 06 Ford Fusion V6 SEL, you know, top of the line. Just doesn't have all-wheel drive, which all that means is kind of sucks in the snow. And I get better gas mileage, which still sucks because it's only like 21 miles on the highway, which is terrible. It's probably why they got rid of the engine. The V6 Duratec has been shit. That was in the Ford Tauruses back in the 90s or something. But the only difference with this year, this, like I said, 06 is the first year production. It's a old engine, but they actually gave it variable valve timing. So my car has VTEC. It's awesome. Doesn't mean shit. VTEC, for all you VTECers out there, it's made for emissions, not horsepower. So relax. But it was invented by Ferrari. Anyway, I went to school, and that's all I remember from school. So, like I said, I went back over it again. I cleaned it off. So I'm back on the step 3 with the right lubricant. Don't use the sealant because it doesn't work. No, it's actually the lubricant's thinner. The sealant's like almost like a grease, which is good, I guess, because it's gonna stay on there. So I had to clean it off real good, make sure it's not greasy anymore. I'm gonna do step 3, which is the pretty little purple pad with the lubricant. Hopefully, like it's got all the yellow out, and it's nice and even now. So this step should take out most of this, kind of even it out even more, make it clearer. And then after that, you put on your, well, we'll get to that. Anyway, I always get ahead of myself. I just want to apply the sealant. So this stuff goes on better. Spray the pad. I'm going to use this side because the other side's dented. Alright. The other thing I noticed, this actually, when you're doing it, you can kind of foams up a little better. A little bit. So I think that's actually, you're seeing the stuff come off of the headlight. But I don't know. I grew up, my dad was a Chevy guy. He raced stock cars in California when he was in the Navy. So he's kind of, you know, the Chevelles and the Camaros. My brother had a 79 Camaro that he totally restored. Me, I'm obviously a lot, well, not obviously to you, but I'm 10 years younger than my brother. My first couple cars were GMCs. First car being 83 Buick Regal. It wasn't 87. I don't know. I was like 17 years old. Had that Big Mama for like a whole month. So I blew it up. I had it topped out at a whopping 85 miles an hour on the highway. The day before I started school, thought I was gonna finally be able to drive to school. First day of my senior year, had to take the bus because I blew my car up the day before. Going to get school clothes. Missed football practice. Sucked that game because I missed. That was defensive day. Didn't know what the hell was going on. So you see, it's kind of like, looks like it's buffing. Alright. Almost picked up the sealant again. Just want to, okay, it's a little windy. Just want to keep it wet. I don't want it to dry out on me. But yeah, I've had, I went a while without a car. I had a Geo Metro 3-cylinder. That car was awesome, I would say. Love that car for some reason. That's when I was in college. and my roommates got a kick out of it. Used to pile a bunch of us in there and hear that 3-cylinder roar. It was actually really good in the snow too, because it will just drive on top. Didn't have to worry about getting traction, because you just drove right on top of the snow. I had a Chevy Corsica, 4-cylinder. I think it was a 95 Corsica. Love that car too. That's kind of when I started getting into the automotive field. Started working on my own stuff. So it was a piece of crap after I was done with it. I actually donated it, which I don't recommend, because I seen the car on the road the next week. Some old lady driving it. Good for her. She probably got a good deal. And that's when I got into my Honda stage. I had a 91 Integra that I never got the title for. Ended up driving it with like some other plates on it. Pulled over, repoed. Got the car for like $500, and it cost me $600 to get it out of the repo. After sitting there for 4 days. What did I have after that? I don't remember. Oh, I had a 95 Integra, which was a beast. And it was an LS. Had like 260,000 miles on it. Had a Dodge Ram 1500 stick shift. Hated that freaking thing. I actually had that before the Integra. I traded that to my friend for the Integra. Moved up to an Acura CL Type S. Did some like heavy mods on it, bro. Put like an AEM like intake on it, man. Hear that VTEC crack, bro. And then I bought this car after that car. This puppy, 06. Bought it in, I don't know. I think I bought it in like 08. Something like that. Got it for like $6,500 because it was a salvage. It's been, it was T-boned. Looked good when I bought it. Now it looks like shit. Actually, the Bondo's cracked and falling off the side of my car, but whatever. But I put over 100,000 miles on this thing. I got 175,000. Bought it at 67,000. And let me tell you, if you're looking for a used car, yeah, everybody wants to look at the Honda Accord and the Toyota, whatever. Let me tell you, these Ford Fusions are awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I've done nothing but brakes and a tune-up on it. Never broke down on me, nothing. Put tires on it, that's it. Anyway. So we're done with the third step. Doesn't look any different. I'm wondering if I like screwed it up like doing it with the sealant. But hopefully this is your last step. Actually, second to last step. And so you just put this all on the pad. This is pretty much like the polishing step. So I'll get that on there. Should hopefully take out most of this haze. Circular motion, bro. Circular, like my VTEC solenoid, man. Bro, got the VTEC controller, man. VTEC cracks at like $4,000, bro. Fucking assholes. I think you're supposed to damp the cloth. Yeah, definitely supposed to damp the cloth. We'll just damp it more with some more compound. Put more compound on there. Yeah, rub it real good. Rubbing my headlight till it gets clear. Yeah, mechanic of the year. So what this is supposed to do is pretty much take out, you've been sanding it up to this point, so this should hopefully take out any, pretty much polishing it. So it should take off any sanding marks and, you know. Ooh. Oh, I like it. So let's see. It's a little hazy still. Just like polishing, it's gonna dry a little. I don't feel like messing with it. Alright. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. So I'm just gonna go ahead, do the sealant. I'll just show you before and after real quick. So the sealant says to apply uniformly with a paper towel or whatever to a dry cloth. A nice dry cloth. Dry cloth. Spray the sealant on there. Spray it on there. Hey, get it going. You might recognize this spray from my first 2 steps on the video, where I was sanding with it like a moron. Hey, at least I'm honest with you guys, right? At least I'm honest, man. At least I'm honest, bro. So, just gonna apply that on there nice and even. And just let it sit. So, shit. I promise, I'll get better at this. I'm just gonna go back to my old ways and just hold the camera. Battery died while I was in the midst of my amazing story. Applied the sealant, let it soak in for a little bit. It is, I would say, 98.6% better. Alright. Try to get a nice before and after. Just move over. Ugh. What is that? So we went from that to this. Alright. So I'd say it was a success. You know, 10 years, 175,000 miles of wear. Not 100%, but listen, looked it up online. I think the kit, it was like $13. All right, go price out a headlight. All right, because your headlights, you can't see shit. You know, you can't even get a light bulb for that price anymore. So I'd say it was a good shot. I'm gonna do this headlight now, and I'm not gonna make you watch that, put you through that. But here is the final product. I got the sealant. I let the sealant soak in a little bit. I think I might want to put it on again. I don't see any like swirl marks or anything like that. But after the whole process, you're left with about this much fluid. You know, so after I'm done with the next headlight, you could probably do shit 10 headlights with this stuff. You know, only used 1/8 of this, so shit, with this kit you could probably open up your own little business. Go on Craigslist, like, hey, I'll restore your headlights for 20 bucks. There it is. So I got to do the other side and get my plate out of there, because I don't want y'all. I don't know what you can do with my plate number, but whatever. So there it is. I have Rain-X products, so I know my shit. Alright, that right there, that works great. So if you want to see at night when it's raining, first of all, do your headlights, put this on, make sure the inside of your windshield is clean with this. Oh my god, there we go. Look, I'm not looking for a sponsorship or not, but I'll buy you guys this crap. So anyway, hope you liked the video. I'm getting better. I'm gonna do my thing either way. Look at that. I'm gonna be able to see little children cross the street now. Before I used to just run them over. Look at that. That's to stop myself from changing the air filter, because no one's gonna touch my car. Look at that. It's 100 horsepower right there, added with a sticker. Did you know that you can just put stickers on your car and makes them faster? I'm sure a bunch of you know that already. But anyway, I'm gonna stop before I get too carried on. But alright guys, love you. Like my shit. Don't like my shit. If you don't like it, comment and fight with me. I would love to. Have a good day. Alright, I'm sorry. It wasn't done. So real quick, I did the other side. Alright, without video and without describing every little detail, I started with the lubricant this time instead of the sealant. Alright, it's got the sealant on it now. It's still drying out. But this side actually came out better. It took me like 5 minutes. This side, I think I might have the little scuff marks that you can't see it on here, but I have little scuff marks, like little dull marks, kind of hazing still. This side I didn't screw up and use the sealant first, and I did it really fast. I just ran through it real quick as if I was getting paid, and it came out way better. So I'm gonna say I'm 100% now. I'm not 98% satisfied. I am 100% satisfied. But here's a little update. Literally it took me 5 minutes for this side. So I just ran through it real quick. But anyway, have a good day guys. Hope this shit helps.